Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago, William Samoei Arap Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya, attended a church service, Soweto Catholic Church to be precise, in Nairobi. And during the service, William Ruto donated 600,000 Kenyan shillings to the church choir. He then donated 2 million Kenyan shillings for the construction of the father's house. William Ruto then added another 3 million for the construction of the priest house. It didn't end there. William Ruto then promised the church a new bus.
Sindio? Lakini kazi yenu ni kumuimbia Mungu. Sio kuimbia binadamu. Kumuimbia nini? Mungu. Kumuimbia Mungu. Sawa? Alafu nimeambiwa na huyu mtu chama. Naitwa Isanda. Isanda. Ameniambia mnajenga nyumba ya father hapa. Sindio? Na mimi ni mtu ya kujenga. Najenga affordable housing, najenga ingine. Hiyo ni kazi yangu. Hiyo ya kujenga mimi naelewa. Sawa? So hiyo nyumba ya father pale wana Isanda. Sawa? Utakuja kuniona Monday ama Tuesday. Takutafutia shilingi milioni 5.
But William Ruto and the entire country were shocked when the Archbishop of Nairobi Diocese, Philip Anyolo, rejected the donation by the president.
What we said we have done, it remains on the part of the government to commend what we have not done. And then we know what we have not done so that we do. But we are ready and willing, and we returned everything that we are supposed to do. And second, I don't want to discuss things that the president has said in the public like this, because he has said already, and I don't want to be like, I'm not a politician.
Then after that, William Ruto and his allies embarked on a campaign that the Catholic Church has not actually refunded the money.
Lakini Bishop Mwaura, nataka nikwambie hiyo pesa umesema ikirudishwa ni kumaanisha hata wewe unajua haijarudishwa. Na ikirudishwa niko na list mrefu. Kwa hivyo nitauliza rais akipata ile anaambiwa atarudishiwa anipe, nitawagawia nono kidogo sababu nimesikia umesoma Biblia vizuri. Alafu ingine kidogo tupeleke kwingine. Lakini nisisitize bado haijarudishwa. Unajua nilisikia juzi wengine wakisema imerudishwa mpaka yenye ilikuwa ni ahadi. Sababu rais alipeana kiasi na ingine akasema itakuja baadaye. Sasa hata ile ya kuja baadaye kuna wanasema imerudishwa na haijafika. Utarudishaje yenye haijafika?
Then over the weekend, which is going to form the basis of this analysis, Ken Lusaka donated 5 million Kenyan shillings to ACK Church in Bungoma.
Askofu na kanisa letu, we are blessed. Mimi nimetumwa na mheshimiwa rais na shilingi milioni 5. 5 million. Iko wapi? Leta. I hope haitarudishwa. Leta rudone. Mkikataa mnipatie mimi mwenyewe. Bishop amesema hatarudisha hii. Haya, si president amelipa deni. Hiyo ndio mavuno yake, amesema niwaletee. Sasa tukiongezea na ile alipeleka DEB, that day president amekuwa hapa, he has spent 10 billion in our county. 10 million in our county. Alafu huyu maku upalio kakusoko barabara.
Again, the head of Anglican Church, Jackson Ole Sapit, rejected that donation and demanded the refund back to William Ruto.
It is our conviction that only we, as the people of Kenya, can stop corruption. Let us end the culture of celebrating the corrupt and start shaming them instead. Let us build a culture of supporting and electing persons who manifest integrity. As this, we encourage all of us as Kenyans to reject contributions by political leaders and their appointees, knowing that most of the money given is stolen taxes. We must stop celebrating whenever the president, members of parliament, governors, members of county assembly, and other political actors donate money whose source are not clear. As a church, we make it clear that all persons are free to attend worship services and give their offerings, but we will not allow the sacred religious practice to be used for self-promotion and self-marketing.
That move by the Catholic Church and the ACK Church is actually causing serious political headache in William Ruto's camp. In this video, I want to reveal to you guys why William Ruto and his team are actually worried about the rejection of the huge sums of money by the church. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before you dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your Mpesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. And I want to be very brief, because we all know that in 2022, William Ruto used the church effectively. And the church swallowed William Ruto's hook, and they really campaigned for William Ruto. William Ruto made promises to the church. As a matter of fact, William Ruto even promised the church that he was going to appoint one of them into his cabinet. As things stand today, the church is going to bring William Ruto down, because I can clearly tell you that the church is disappointed by William Ruto. But why would William Ruto insist on donating such kind of money when he knew so well that the Catholic Church had rejected the money? We all know that William Ruto wanted to achieve the following. Number one, he wanted to shame the Catholic Church, because the moment that bishop accepted that donation, it appeared as if the Catholic were wrong. He wanted to shame the Catholic Church. And remember the choice. William Ruto went and picked lawyer. He wanted the Kenyans to mock lawyers. So that's number one. Number two, William Ruto is also trying to use the money to buy back the loyalty of the church, because we all know that so far William Ruto has lost the narrative. He has lost the Gen Zs. William Ruto has lost promises, because he can't promise anything further. And that's why most people refer to William Ruto as a liar. And lastly, William Ruto is also trying to buy church platform, because after the Gen Z protest, the church were like, no, we don't want politics in our churches. He's trying to buy that again using the money. But the question is, why would the church refuse to accept William Ruto's donation? And why is it a blow to William Ruto? That's exactly what I want us to analyze in this video. But allow me to also introduce you guys to this company called Bricks Solutions. Bricks Solutions offer CCTV installations, website design, and software solutions. And today I want to talk about one of their best software solutions called Bricks EPR, or point of sale, which is designed for supermarkets, hardware, pharmacy, petrol stations, and others. It has several features which will help you address all your software needs. You can contact them using the numbers you are seeing on the screen there. So far, the last time I made advert for them last week, several people are actually satisfied with their services. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing I keep on telling you on this particular platform, that if there's one man who can be easily removed from office via the ballot, then that man is William Ruto. William Ruto has lost the mountain. The mountain gave William Ruto the highest number of votes. William Ruto has lost the hustler narrative. That is the narrative which he used to rally the poor people, which means even today, the poor people will not vote for Ruto. I listened to William Ruto's speech in Taria Taveta, where he was mocking those who made noise about Adani, that some of them have never even stepped into airport. Very interesting, because this is a guy who promised those people that he was going to elevate them to that other level. So the truth of the matter is that William Ruto has lost the church. He has lost the narrative. William Ruto has lost, I don't know what he can promise to Kenyans. I don't think there's any other thing William Ruto can promise Kenyans, and Kenyans believe. But the move by the church to reject his donation is a pointer that William Ruto is a man who is definitely going to lose the support of the church. And the team is really worried because the church played key role for William Ruto's victory in the last election. Number one, we all know that the church in Kenya has always been the voice of the voiceless for a very long time. Even when William Ruto was campaigning, William Ruto appeared as if he was weak. So the church sided with him as part of that speaking for the voiceless. Now William Ruto is in government, and the church is also talking about the vices in this current government. By accepting William Ruto's money, let's talk of that Bungoma bishop. Do you think that Bungoma bishop can tell William Ruto anything? He had already accepted his donation. That's exactly what William Ruto wanted to buy. He wanted to buy the silence of the church so that the church will not speak about or against his government. For example, listening to this gentleman here, hitting hard on William Ruto, because, for example, William Ruto's policies like the chief and the rest, the church has a platform of educating Kenyans. That's exactly what he didn't want. But now the church will continue.
Lies and falsehood have been elevated to the point where no one knows what to believe anymore. Citizens, do not remain silent. Take every opportunity to demand that the implementation of shear or SHIF is suspended until all the necessary structures are put in place.
We continue propagating and applying the guidelines issued by the NCCK, which require that politicians should not be allowed to address congregations while inside the church.
Number two, William Ruto used the church platform to mobilize Kenyans to his side. I want you to imagine that you go to church on Sunday and all bishops are talking against the government across the country. Because like there's a time the Catholic Church spoke about a particular subject in the entire country. How do you think that will affect William Ruto? In a very big way. Because church has a voice. Church has a platform to mobilize. For example, this shift thing. If the church had been dropped into, the bishops would be talking in support of it. But what is happening? Today, the bishops are totally against it. So which means William Ruto will not get the opportunity of using the church to rally their supporters. In the last election, William Ruto was very strategic. He picked small churches. Some of those small churches are also very better with William Ruto as we speak. But I know for them, some of them will be able to pick those money. I won't be surprised next weekend to start seeing some of those small churches picking William Ruto's donation. Number three, in 2022, William Ruto really used the church to propagate his ideologies. By trying to buy the church, William Ruto had anticipated that he can use the church to propagate Kenya Kwanza policies. Now that the church have rejected the money, I doubt if that will happen. Number 4, in the last election, William Ruto used the church to campaign as a platform for campaigns. What we are witnessing is that the church moving forward will be campaigning William Ruto, because it's like they've made that decision. In the last election, actually the church owned William Ruto as the church candidate. Right now, they are throwing him away. I don't know who they are going to pick, but from all indications, things are not good for William Ruto, and I doubt if William Ruto will be able to win his re-election in 2027. There's something I wanted to ask you. What is your take about Joho's statement in Taita Taveta?